What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 183 of the Nonsense Review. That's right, we've got the same amount of podcasts as one MS Donley managed to get in his ODI. I've buggered it up, Rick. Cricket terms.
I was wondering where that was going, and I was like, oh, okay,
Okay,
what is this? What is this? And then you were like, cricket. Yeah, there we go.
MS Donley managed to run 183 runs in an ODI, which is a lot of runs. For context, the average score for one team in an ODI is between 250 and 275.
Okay.
That's for a whole team.
Yes.
So yeah,
he's like not the Jonathan Edwards. Fuck it, like the guy that used to play rugby union for Britain. And
oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, I know rugby.
Yeah. The guy who used to like wiggle his ass and then scored every single point that England scored for the entire 6 years that he was number one scorer. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Rick. My limited knowledge of rugby is I know fucking Matt Dawson because he was on Question of Sport, and I know Johnny Wilkinson because he used to take all the fucking punts.
Yeah, that's the one. Johnny Wilkinson, that's the one.
He didn't shake his ass. He held his hands out and did a weird fucking symbol thing.
Well, he kind of he put his hands out and he kind of half crouched, and then he went for it.
Fair enough then. We don't do sport, guys.
Yeah. Even sport that we do watch, we don't know too much about.
I mean, I don't watch sport, so I'm clear of that accusation.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
Today we're doing something slightly special. We're doing a Netflix exclusive. We're doing Saving Bikini Bottom, aka the Sandy Cheeks movie.
Yeah. And personally, I know everything about SpongeBob via osmosis.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was too old when it was new, and by the time I was able to go back and appreciate things that were, Western animation and fun, I was way too old.
Yeah, SpongeBob is definitely geared towards kids, and it's not shy about that. And that's fine.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, totally. I used to babysit for a neighbour kid who was mad on it.
I was, however, prime age for SpongeBob. I obviously only watched the early stuff, and I quickly fuck that, titties. But,
Are you feeling those, Mr. Krabs?
I was wondering if you could do a SpongeBob impression, truth be told, because it's a rather distinct voice to do.
Yeah, I can do most of the SpongeBobs. So SpongeBob, everyone can do Mr. Krabs.
Except Discord doesn't want you to do Mr. Krabs.
Obviously, Plankton is perfect Cell, and then. And Patrick is really easy.
It's easy if you do voices, that's for sure. Rick, I've got a question for you. Have you seen the horrifying still images from the live-action porn parody of SpongeBob?
No.
Okay, so this was like a meme when I was in college and to this day, I don't know if it was real, if you know what I mean, because I don't want to look it up, because I don't want to see those characters doing things. But, it was a bloke. Was it a bloke? I can't even remember, it's been so long, but, if you look up the words, I'm just going to do it on my phone, fuck it. I need an accurate description for what I'm about to describe because it's been so long. Live action SpongeBob porn parody. Because, again, it blows the mind.
Yeah. Although you did also send me an image about 3 weeks ago of, oh no, today I learned I would fuck SpongeBob. Seeing anime SpongeBob, and I just replied, that's just Amelia Watson.
Indeed. Okay, so I've got the picture. It's literally a dude. He's got his face painted yellow, and he's in a SpongeBob SquarePants costume, like a mascot costume.
Right.
And opposite him is Sandy Cheeks, that appears to be a black woman in a spaceman outfit, which, to be fair, is Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate Sandy Cheeks.
And, I can't imagine this is sexy.
Yeah. The query is, who is it for?
What I suspect is it was some kind of tax write-off.
Maybe.
Because it can't have made money.
No. That said, from the amount of eyes that it got, it might have made some ad revenue.
Yeah, but I don't think it made enough money to offset the costs.
Oh, probably not, no.
I also don't even know what website it would have been featured on. And I'm not looking that amount of it. I was just looking at the screenshot because my memory was very fake. But if you look at the guy dressed as SpongeBob, it's horrifying.
Hey, I mean, if it's Bikini Bottom gone wild, it'd be on Pornhub, wouldn't it?
Get out. But yeah, it's one of those where, again, again, is it meant to be actually sexy, or is it meant to just be funny?
Well, I'm going with funny. And speaking of funny, do you know what Squidward's name is in Japanese?
Oh, I've heard this before, but it's gone. Go on.
Yeah, it's Ikarudo. So basically Ricardo, but without the R, but Ika just means squid.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
which I think is fantastic, yeah.
I mean, it's no different to their regular English names. Mr. Krabs is called Crab.
Yeah. Plankton is Plankton. SpongeBob is SpongeBob.
Patrick is Patrick Star.
Patrick Star, yeah.
Like,
I think the only one who's in any way ambiguous is Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah, and there's a sex joke in that name, right?
Oh, yeah. That's where the Bikini Bottom goes, is between the sandy cheeks.
I'm also just thinking, like, Mrs. Puff is a puffer fish, and I'm thinking, why the fuck is Pearl not a clam? Isn't it, though?
Well, because Clam Pearl was already a thing and they didn't want to get sued.
No, what are you on about, Rick?
Oh wait, that was Gen 3.
What are you on about? Like,
the Pokemon Clam Pearl.
No, yeah, I understand the joke you're making, but how would they be sued for calling a clam Pearl?
Yeah, I realised that in hindsight.
But yes, speaking about the horrifying pornographic parody of SpongeBob SquarePants, do you want some background information on the thing we're actually doing?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, so first things first, it was leaked earlier this year, January, on X, don't know why. Officially, it was released on 2nd of August this year, 2024, for those of you who are listening in the distant future. Official stats are very annoying to track down because no one seems to track it very religiously, but on its opening week, it reportedly got 12.8 million views on Netflix, making it the most watched title that week, so good for them.
Sweet, even better.
So there's 4 animation studios providing work on this. We've got Pipeline Studios and Sinking Ship Entertainment doing straight-up animation, and we've got Spin VFX and Redefine Animation working on the live-action visuals. Spoiler, there's live-action shots in this.
Yeah, fair enough. There usually is.
Yeah. Both animation studios have some pretty good pedigree. Pipeline seems to have touched a lot of projects, including Hotel Transylvania the series, which we've already done for the show.
Yeah, totally.
Sinking Ship, on the other hand, seems to actually pitch and take lead on a bunch of shows. No, nothing really looks interesting. A bunch of Nickelodeon stuff, so that tracks.
Yeah.
Spin VFX has been working in the industry for over 30 years, so again, no slouch. They have a very nice website, Rick, because this is where I went to do my research. But yeah, over the last year, they've also worked on Descendants and Boys Season 4, or The Boys, I should say. So yeah, this isn't their only project for this year. They're a big studio.
Oh, sweet. That's pretty cool.
And a bit more information on Redefine for you. It's relatively new. It literally started in 2019, so this is a 5-year-old company.
Okay.
That's very new in the film industry.
Oh, yes. Usually when that happens, it's when they've been reassembled from something else that's broken apart.
And given the fact that it's called Redefine, it almost certainly was.
Yeah, that's the clue's kind of in the name that's probably what's happened to at least part of the staff there.
Yeah, and just to say that they work on a lot of big name projects, like just to name a few, Borderlands the movie, Dune 2, and Our Flag Means Death Season 2. Okay,
I've seen 2 of those.
So yeah, they have a pretty good track record. Weirdly, the Sandy Cheeks movie is listed under their animated works, but they've only got 5 listings on that, and I haven't heard of any of the other movies. So it's interesting that they put a Sandy Cheeks movie in their animated department, because I get why, because it's technically an animated movie, but it's very much listed as them working on the live action segments.
I think it's more a case of they want to be known for a movie that is animated rather than being known for just the live action portions of something, you know? Maybe they're trying to get more attention for the whole thing, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I don't know. We could speculate all day.
Yeah. I mean, that's half the reason we have the podcast.
Yes. Just 2 British men pontificating about animation, usually.
Oh, pontificating, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Last time I heard that word was from Bentley in Spyro.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. But, yeah, and the only final note I've got is the voice acting cast is usual suspects. You got Tom Kenny, you got Clancy Brown, you got basically the regular voice cast for SpongeBob. There are a few notable celebrity guest voices, voicing characters exclusive to this movie. So I won't spoil those for you, but keep an ear out. You might hear a few familiar voices.
Fair enough. Now I'm just going to be listening out for Markiplier just showing up as a twist villain.
Oh, no. These are fucking people who actually act in Hollywood.
Okay, fair enough.
No disrespect to Markiplier, but he is a YouTuber and not a Hollywood man.
Yeah, as fantastic as his voice is, he's a YouTube man.
But yes, that's the brief rundown on the background information of the Sandy Cheeks movie. That's a relatively new segment, so we're a month strong on that. Let's see if we can keep it up. But those of you familiar with the show know that before we get into the meat of the review, we like to talk about our weeks and the goings on in the wide universe. So with that in mind, Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
Well, let's just say America's fucked and leave it at that. The other thing that I found out about in the week, I found out about this from a DeviantArt shitpost comic, is, what's the name of the game? Concord, yes. Sony's big budget Overwatch killer is now been killed by Sony.
I don't think they ever called it an Overwatch killer.
Well, it's kind of a hero shooter, isn't it? So.
Oh, I have no idea. I've got no investment in this game. The only reason I know this game exists is because I got a news story literally hand-delivered to me saying, by the way, this game's dead. And I was like, what fucking game? And yeah, that just proves it, really, doesn't it? I'm not a shooting fan. I don't play shooters. I play single-player shooters sometimes, but I don't play games that are solely online. This is one of the problems with them.
Yeah. They go away. And also, their competition is free. This was a full-price game that you could buy on disc.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because to be fair to Sony and the actual creator of the game, the team, I haven't got the studio in front of me. E40, no, that's fucking £40.
E40.
Yeah, but anyway, by all accounts, this game is what a lot of quote-unquote hardcore gamers wanted. They wanted a game where you pay a fee up front and you just get everything. You get the skins, you get the new guns as they come out, you get XYZ. They had a roadmap, sort of, where this is the way things are going to release and everything's going to be free. You're not going to have to pay any additional fees. And then people didn't buy the game because they're like, why would I pay £40 on this when I could go play Fortnite for free?
Yeah, and also, what's the progression if I just have everything and don't have to earn anything? Like, what's the point in playing if I've got things?
Well, okay. Here's the thing: is I'm gonna have to assume because I know very little about the game apart from a few articles that I've read. I used to be really big into Smite.
Yes.
I enjoyed playing Smite, and then they just decided not to bother making sure the console version worked. So, fuck you then. And now they've released Smite 2, which is £25 just to play, and I'm like, fuck you. But yeah, I bought a pack that gives you me all the gods as they release. I bought it for 50% off because Sony were silly. So I unlocked every single god, and I get every god as they're released. Now, here's the thing. It's a free-to-play game, so the way they make their money is by, you can earn in-game currency to unlock new things. The first thing you usually unlock is one or two gods that you like to enjoy, and you don't want to rely on the free rotation. But if you have every god, what is there to get? You can unlock skins!
Now, because the difference with this in League of Legends is that I think pretty much 0 skins are earnable through anything other than the 16-digit cheat code.
To be fair, with Smite, they're all the cool skins you had to buy. And you couldn't buy them. You had to buy loot boxes that they were in and hope you get them. So, yeah, shitty, scummy system. But my theory would be that while, yes, you have access to every item, you actually have to do things in-game to unlock certain items. That's what I assume the Concord system would have been, at least from my limited knowledge.
Likely. Yeah, fair enough. I'd probably assume something along those lines.
Yeah. So the reason why this is such a weird story is the game was out for 2 weeks before they went, fuck it, pull the plug, and Sony have said that everyone who bought the game will get a full refund, so there is that. The reason why it got pulled is because while we don't have the numbers for the Sony players, we do have the number for the Steam players, because Steam tracks that shit. The highest number of concurrent users at any time for Concord was 660.
Yeah, There are more people than that in a lobby on PSO.
Well,
like
here's the actual direct comparison, because by contrast, and I'm by the way, I'm using the BBC's official news story for these numbers. I'm not just pulling them out my arse. By contrast, and I quote, the most played game, Counter-Strike 2, has consistently recorded more than 1 million players since August of 2022.
Man.
That's Counter-Strike 2. That game's ancient.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah, that's really ancient. Like, the first Counter-Strike 2 was, like, part of the Orange Box.
No, it wasn't.
Was it not?
No, the Orange Box was Portal, Half-Life 2, and I've forgotten the name of the game, the Scout and all that.
Oh, Team Fortress 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Orange Box.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Counter-Strike 1 was a Half-Life 1 mod.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, it's this is really bad, especially for something that has the backing of goddamn Sony behind it.
Yeah, and like Sony trying to give themselves just a catalogue of things, and then they just decided, no, we don't care about this anymore. And
okay. You can't say that though. If on your first 2 weeks the most amount of players you've gotten was 660 at one time, it's clearly not going to work as a live service game.
Oh no. And the other thing is that they're now saying that, yeah, now that we've lost this after we pull the plug on it, we've got no other IP. Just ignore all the other IP that they have that are just crying out for more, like Bloodborne, for instance, or even anything that's The Last of Us that's not just releasing the first game again.
I mean, Last of Us 2 got so much backlash because of the way they killed off a certain character. I haven't played it. I don't know the facts. I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to throw a bit of credence behind that, allegedly this game, Concord now, took 8 years of development.
Yeah.
That's what everyone is reporting, and I don't know how.
Yeah, that sounds like something that was burnt to the ground and restarted multiple times.
Oh, certainly. If it's taken more than 2 years, the project's been restarted multiple times. But
yeah,
there's no way that when they started 8 years ago, this is the thing they dreamt up of. We got this shit with the fucking BioWare team that did the weird shooter thing.
Oh yeah, Anthem, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh, this has taken us 6 years to develop, and it's like, yeah, but they had to restart like 5 times.
Yeah, they tried to Hail Mary and make a Destiny out of what they'd had to piece together, and it didn't succeed.
But, you know, I'm just saying, this is hardly a unique story as far as video games is concerned. It's a very fragile medium at the best of times. But I also want to stress, fuck games as a service.
Yes. I'm thinking about it, the ones that I can think of that literally pulled a game together out of pieces and released something that ended up being successful. I can count on the fingers of Destiny and Dark Souls 2.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky? Here's the thing, No Man's Sky released in a fundamentally, barely functional state.
No. You could play the game, it just wasn't what people wanted. And then the team went, okay, we're just not going to talk to anyone and fix this.
Yeah, and 5 years later, it's way better.
Allegedly. I had no interest in No Man's Sky. I remember No Man's Sky because everyone was champing at the bit to fucking to play it. They're like, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to have this, it's going to do this. And I went, it's not going to have any of that shit. What the fuck are you guys talking about? And I've never felt worse for being so right.
Yeah.
Because that studio got death threats, which was fucked up.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, that's about it from the world. Me personally, I've been playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. You might remember a little while ago I mentioned the Bright Future as a ROM hack. Mm-hmm. I found out that I had put it down very early on, and I played through the whole thing in an afternoon, and it was very warm and fuzzy feeling, so it made me want to play more. So now I'm playing Super Mystery Dungeon, the one from the 3DS.
Are you just playing the straight-up game, or are you playing a hack?
Just the straight-up game. There's not many 3DS hacks. Like, the 3DS hacks that I can think of are mostly for the mainline games.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I generally don't delve into ROM hacks. The only time I've delved into ROM hacks, I can count on one hand. We're going to bring that expression. We're just going to keep saying it all day today.
Yes.
The 2 ROM hacks you sent me to do for the channel, which were fun-ish until you got to Falconer.
Yeah, Radical Red.
which, you know, is fine if you're not doing a fucking Soul Link Nuzlocke.
Yeah. He's not even the first gym leader, he's the 0th gym leader.
But yeah, anyway, I digress. We got that, or those two, I should say. I downloaded a Digimon ROM hack because it looked fun, and it is fun, but I never even got to the first gym because I got kind of bored.
Yeah.
And I once delved into the very limited pool of ROM hacks for Pokemon Conquest, read the description, and decided they all sounded shit, so I didn't try any of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on, continue.
No, that's pretty much the long and the short of it. I forgot how much I love Mystery Dungeon, and it's just such a cute concept.
It's okay. I've never liked the intro of you were a human and now you're a Pokemon. It's very weird as a concept. Can't you just be a Pokemon? But then you'd have no excuse to ask all the questions because you'd know how everything works. It's just so convoluted and silly.
Yeah, and it's so formulaic at this point as well that you're always a human who becomes a Pokemon. You always get a partner, and you always go away at the end because the world is saved. And you go away for like 5 minutes and then you come back because your partner is sad and you don't want to make your partner sad.
And you can't evolve until the post-game.
Yeah. I think in the latest one you can with like a super scarf, but it's temporary.
So who gives a fuck?
But yeah. You just... So you can pick something that you like the final form of as well, and you get the temporary power-up and
Jesus
look cool
Christ.
in both forms.
I remember now, the early dungeon games, they used to make you take a quiz.
Yep.
And that's how you determine what Pokemon you were, so you couldn't pick. I'm so glad in the more recent games you can just go, fuck what my personality quiz said I should be. I want to be this.
Yeah. I did the personality quiz on this one. It gave me Cyndaquil like 3 times. I'm like, okay, no, I don't want to be Cyndaquil.
Yeah, man. Like, it was a very big part of GameFAQs when those games came out, was just like, here's the quiz answers if you want X Pokemon.
Yeah, here's how to cheat on the quiz if you want to be an Eevee, and hope that these questions come up, because if they don't, then you're going to get Machop.
But the weird thing is I like being Machop at least.
Sure.
Because I like Machamp. Machamp's cool.
Yeah. But yes, that's about it from me. How about you? How have you been? What have you seen of the world?
Yeah, so I've been playing a few video games.
Yeah.
I've spoken to you off the podcast about Kingmaker. I don't want to delve into that too much on the podcast because we'll be talking for 20 minutes. So instead, I'm going to talk about the other game I've been playing. I've been playing High on Life.
Okay, what is this?
This is the Justin Roiland Shoot Bang.
Okay.
So it was one of the games for last month's Humble Bundle, or Humble Choice. So I got it because I've wanted to play that game for a while. Justin Roiland's personal assholishness aside. Yeah, the game is a mixed bag, shall we say. I think the gameplay is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the concept of living guns. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, so do they have, like, personalities, I guess?
Yeah. The guns, they do that thing that a lot of games do nowadays, which is, how often do you want the NPC to talk to you? It's in the options menu. And
okay, yeah, so
Kenny is the most annoying
you can turn the frequency
gun.
up or down.
Kenny is the default gun, and it's just Justin Roiland doing Morty.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it doesn't have Morty's personality. He's just doing the Morty voice for it.
Okay, so he's more like Mr. Meeseeks or something.
No, it's not even that. It's just he's constantly yelling at you, and it's just like, could you shut the fuck up? Like, I don't want to turn the frequency down because the other guns are fun, but Kenny is annoying. But he's the basic pistol that you have for most of the game.
Sure.
You very quickly get the knife, which is also a living and sentient being, and it is 100% voiced by Cusack.
Sure.
Doing his Australian voice.
Hello, I'm going to stab you now.
Yeah, except he's much more of a mean bastard cunt about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So much so that when you first grab him, he goes, Gene, yeah, come on, let's go, stab that fucker. And you can stab Gene, who is your NPC bounty hunter friend. And it's just like, you didn't stab me anywhere important, but fuck, you don't have to listen to the knife every time it tells you to stab something. So this is why it's a mixed bag, because some of the jokes are really funny, but most of the jokes are just really like, yeah, okay, you're Justin Roiland and this is your sense of humour, and it's fine for some folks, but I'm really not digging it. It's not my type thing.
Sure. So like sometimes it's funny, sometimes it feels very forced kind of thing.
It's very season 1 Rick and Morty.
Right, okay. Which again was very hit and miss. Like episode 1, garbage. Every other episode has at least something fun about it.
Yeah. There's a lot of TV skits going on TVs all over the place, and it feels like you remember the interdimensional TV box bullshit where they straight up say
they just ad lib for like 3 hours worth of content, and then they just pick out the best stuff and animate that. Yeah,
so it feels like that is what they did for the TV skits, which is fine, but it's shit.
Two guys. It's just called Two Guys.
I mean, I really found funny the monster truck versus human, because when the guy breaks at the end and starts laughing, he goes, "How would the car ever lose?" It's the funniest part of the entire fucking skit. But they paid for a movie to just be in the game.
Okay.
Something about a T-Rex. It's on in the background when you talk to Gene almost all the fucking time, and sometimes you see a bit of tit.
Sure.
So it's one of those where whatever. There are parts of this game that are straight up just fucking irritating because they're trying to take the piss out of other games. They're like, "Oh, look at this boring mechanic from another game," and it's like, yeah, it is boring. Why are you making me do it for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
There's a part where you sit down and you have to do paperwork, Rick.
Oh boy.
You do it via a QTE.
Oh, okay. Being told that is funny. Having to do it, I assume, is not.
If you did it once, it would be fine. I'd be like, okay, that's a fun gag. They make you do it about 20 times.
Oh, fuck me.
And the entire time you've got background characters being goofy and having dialogue, and it's like, I can't pay attention to this. I want to get through this segment. It's boring. They have 3 whole bits dedicated to activating detective mode.
Yeah.
And I don't mind detective mode in games, so this one rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, but yeah, you do the detective bit, and by the time you collect all the evidence, which is really easy to find because you don't even really need a detective mode to highlight it, the character that is explaining detective mode to you goes, "Yeah, no, this isn't enough information to get anything. I'm going to open a door to the next room," and then you got to do it again. You do this 3 fucking times, and then the guy goes, "Oh yeah, cool, so while we were doing that, I was tracking the bad guy. He's over here, you can just follow your map now." And it's like, who is this for?
Yeah.
And it's really annoying because the bog standard gameplay of shoot the gun and the transportation gimmicks that they've got in it, like you can use the knife to hang off stuff. Each gun has its own special ability, which when you're not in combat is infinite, and you can use it to traverse different geography. It's interesting and fun, but it's broken up by these random fucking bullshit segments that are just there to eat the clock, I guess.
Yeah, to make sure you can't return it within 2 hours.
And ironically enough, the first 2 hours are probably the most fun part of the game, despite the fact you've got Kenny fucking yelling at you for no reason. And the villain, by the way, the plot of the game is that Earth gets invaded by aliens who want to use humans as living drugs. That's why it's called High on Life.
Okay.
So, and you're a human, so yeah. And at some point you talk to the big bad via computer screen, and he's like, "I have your parents." Well, he doesn't actually say your parents, so they might not be that. But he says, "We've got 2 people that are very special to you. I'm going to torture them," and blah, 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 blah. You never see the parents in the game at all. I don't care about these characters.
Yeah.
And I have a suspicion that the character we're controlling also doesn't give a shit. It's a very weird game. The last thing I will touch upon is there's an achievement really early on called Fallout Won't Let You Do This, where you get it for killing a child.
Okay.
Yeah, the kid's very annoying. He knocks you around a bunch and just calls you a piece of shit. And I'm like, yeah, okay. This again has Justin Roiland's writing written all over it.
Yeah.
And then 2 cop drones come and they start shooting at you. So I pull out. I don't even pull out Kenny. Kenny becomes active and I start shooting. And after the gunfight's finished, I just have Kenny going, "Man, we didn't need to do that, man," and blah 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 blah. "Oh, he was just a kid." And I'm like, "Oh, did I shoot the kid? I did not do that on purpose. I was trying to shoot the drones, and and the kid is constantly in front of you, pushing you around, being an annoying little shit." And Kenny's just feels really bad about it. I'm like, I don't care because I didn't do it on purpose. And even if I did, it's a fucking video game. But slightly further in, you meet the kid's mother, and the kid's mother is just like, "Oh, I told that kid he was going to get shot one day. I said, if you keep going up there and calling people bitches and saying, yeah, shoot me, someone will shoot you." And also he was 30 years old, which is still a kid for our species. So, and it's just like, well, you've ruined your own joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, jeez. Like, I didn't think it was particularly funny in the first place, but if I did find it funny, it's like, they're just completely sandbagging it now. Very weird. Very weird. I think I've gotten all the guns. Potentially there's one more gun to unlock. I don't know. But I've only got 2 more bosses to fight if the bounty hunter board is to be believed.
Sure. So even if you do find them all, like, there's not much more game left to do with it, I assume.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
At the moment, my current bounty is the number 2 person in the evil organization, which leads me to believe that the next boss will just be the end boss of the game.
Oakley.
So yeah, I'd buy this game if it was cheap, but otherwise I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh,
and I will just say, very colourful, very graphically okay.
Does it look like Rick and Morty, or is it...
it feels very Rick and Morty, but I wouldn't say it looks like Rick and Morty.
Okay. Because the last one that they did, I think it was like Topher Saves the World or something, that very much looked and felt like Rick and Morty without being Rick and Morty itself.
Oh, this feels like it could be a really long, bad Rick and Morty episode, but it doesn't look like one.
So, yeah, the whole thing is an interdimensional cable episode.
Oh, yeah. You've got a portal in your house that takes you to all the bounty targets.
Sure.
Oh, God, you just triggered a memory, because I only heard this the other day, where I was finding a bunch of mooks, and as I shot someone, they said, and I quote, "Sorry there's not more Rick and Morty references." And I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, yep.
But yeah, the other thing I did was I watched Haluva Shorts, episode 3.
Oh, yes. I opened these, and then I had to reset my PC, and I forgot about them.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man, you need to watch these.
Yeah, I really do have to watch them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Short number 1 is Sally Mae and Millie being adorable sisters together. Episode 2 is a hit job in Antarctica, which I think is the most fun of the 3. This third one is another hit job where Blitz has to kill a weeaboo.
Sure.
I think it's kind of funny, but it just makes me kind of sad.
Yeah.
And that will make perfect sense when you watch it, because it's just like, yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen the picture of the weeb, and she looks very cute.
Oh, yeah, she's been pornified immediately. It was very, very quick.
Yes.
You ready for some news?
Let's go.
Bethesda.
Oh, what have they done?
They've taken down Thatcher's tech base.
Oh, yes. From Doom, right?
Doom 2, but yes.
Yeah, so old 2D sprite in a 3D-ish world Doom from, like, 1992 that's been ported to everything, including toasters. Yeah, it has, like, a mostly official mod store where you can just go and, like, download maps and play them. So what this has done, it's not been taken off the ability to play it on Doom, it's just been taken off the store, so you can't play it on console.
Yeah, it was taken off because some sour grapes straight up said the reason is political beliefs, and it's like, you kill Hitler in Doom.
Yeah, you do. That's in Wolfenstein, but yes.
Oh, fuck. The games are so similar.
Oh, yeah, they're incredibly similar. But yeah, you kill devils in Doom, and if that's not Tory coded, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, Rick, I think it was like 2018 when Corbyn was still in charge of Labour. There was an interview with him of him playing this mod. I'm like, that's fucking fantastic. But yeah, you can't play this anymore on console. You can still play it on PC, no problem. And you know, if you know even a little bit about Thatcher, you know why the common working man hates this devil.
Yes.
Rick's Northern, I'm half Welsh. I think that says enough.
In
other news, George R.R. Martin and HBO are having a rather public spat, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. In Illuminators.
Oh, there's not much to say, really. GRRM has been bitching for a while now about certain changes to House of the Dragon. A show I'm not watching. I don't care. Write the book, George. But, yeah, he then went on to his blog, which is called Not a Blog, because he's so very clever like that, and basically bitched for the entire paragraphs and paragraphs of one little change means this and that. I'm very much paraphrasing. I didn't read the whole thing. I don't care. Basically, he's mad because the creator and showrunner of House of the Dragon is changing a lot of little things that will change things in Season 3 and 4. Allegedly, the reason why George has taken down this blog post is because it, and I quote, spoils things from Season 3 and 4, 4, of which are based on a book, so they're already out there, but whatever. And that's why he took the thing down. But in reality, it's because he's poo-pooing this show that makes HBO money. HBO have released a statement basically saying George is a loser and he should shut up. Except in a much more dignified manner than that. And it's one of those where I don't care. George has made his money. You sold your works to this company. They can do what they want with it. Fucking cry me a river, Mr. Millionaire. Finish your book series. I'm done giving the guy the benefit of the doubt. I love his works. I really do. But, for fuck's sake, you can't complain about this shit. You've dotted the I's and crossed the T's on your contract. You sold them it. They can do what they want. Oh, it's no longer my story. Yeah, you're right, it's not. It's being made for television now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got your money, be happy and fuck off.
And write the book.
I don't even care if that book comes out. I really don't. I've got 2 fucking Game of Thrones, or rather a Song of Ice and Fire related tattoos. I love that series. I don't think it's ever going to get finished.
Yeah, and even if not, then like it's going to be like the hype is so high, it's never going to satisfy everybody.
I think it will satisfy everybody, as long as he doesn't take shortcuts.
Okay.
Okay, my favourite character died. Who cares? The book series is over.
Yeah.
Jon Snow is still dead in the books, Rick.
Yes, he is.
And anyone who's watched the show is like, well, we know he's coming back, but hopefully he's coming back in a more magnificent fashion than just, oh, this lady showed up and now Jon Snow's back to life. Because that's more or less how it happened in the show.
Yeah, he doesn't even get an interesting Jesus segment.
The reason why he came back to life in the show is so Arya Stark wouldn't be sad.
Oh, Jesus.
In other news, and something a bit more optimistic, because most of this news has been a bit of a downer, Charles Barkley has followed through with his pledge of $1 million to a New Orleans school.
Oh, cool.
St. Mary's Academy in New Orleans East is a private school, which, doesn't really need money, but whatever. And Charles Barkley promised $1 million to this school because 2 students managed to solve Pythagoras' theorem using trigonometry.
Okay.
Which, I don't know about you, Rick. I don't know that much about math, but apparently that was thought to be impossible, and these 2 kids just fucking did it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how that's not how you do it, but apparently, yeah, if you're saying that's not how you do it, then obviously it's not.
I'm just telling you what this one news article says, because I don't know math enough to dispute it.
Yeah, otherwise it wouldn't have made the news otherwise.
Either way, Charles Barkley, he's not just given them $1 million, he's given them $100,000, and he's going to continue to do that once a year for the next 10 years.
Okay.
Which means it will... So the first of those payments has now happened.
Yeah, and the school will be set for an amount of time, and to be honest, $100,000 doesn't get you much.
It's already a private school, Rick.
Yeah, even as a private school, it doesn't get you much.
But it's already a private school. They're not hurting for money.
No.
Rick, this is not a wrestling podcast.
What happened?
Hulk Hogan, noted prick, says, and I quote, "Wrestling fans are very forgiving, If Chris Benoit can do the crap he did and the fans still love him, they are very forgiving. They will forgive me." Chris Benoit, are you familiar with that name?
Is he the one that did murders?
Yeah, he killed his son and daughter, and then himself. I just want to point out, no fucking wrestling fan has forgiven Chris Benoit for what he's done. Hulk Hogan is talking out his ass.
Yeah.
There is a weird section of wrestling fans, I will admit, that are very vocal about you shouldn't scrub Chris Benoit from wrestling history. And this is correct, you shouldn't just scrub a name from history, but you shouldn't promote them anymore, and you certainly shouldn't downplay the horrors that they did.
Yeah, I'm generally a pretty big believer in warts and all.
Yeah, no, history is history, you don't just scrub names. The joke is that Stevie Richards won the title in 2006 because Stevie Richards is just a wrestler they use whenever a wrestler did a bad thing and they don't want to say their name.
Yeah.
And he's in on the joke now, so it's even funnier. So he's just like, oh, I hope Hulk Hogan becomes a proper piece of shit and they scrub his name, because then that means I won the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 1. But yeah, anyway, no one's saying that. Hulk Hogan is a piece of shit and always will be a piece of shit. Hulk Hogan is such a weird person because he lies and embellishes us all the time, and he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
This is a guy who main evented the first 3, 4, 5. A lot of the first WrestleManias were headlined by Hulk fucking Hogan. He doesn't need to lie about his accomplishments.
Nope.
And yet he does.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the kind of guy who'll say that he's been undefeated, like, throughout his entire life, even when he was a child.
Oh, don't. He's like the originator of the story of, like, how come you're so big and muscly? Oh, I've been working out since I was 12 years old, brother.
Yep.
Say your prayers and eat your vitamins. Vitamins, of course, being steroids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vitamin roid.
Hulk Hogan is a noted piece of shit, but I honestly think the worst thing he's done, arguably, is he's the one who prevented wrestlers from unionizing back in the 80s.
Yeah, by running to Vince McMahon because other people might get paid partially as much as he does.
It wasn't even about pay, it was about health insurance. Because independent contractors, which means they don't have to pay your health insurance for you.
Yeah.
Which is a thing they still do to this day.
Oof.
That's how big of a blow not unionizing was. Like, shit on Jesse Ventura all you want for being a conspiracy nut, but that man tried his best to get a wrestler union back in the 80s, and it's solely because of Hulk Hogan that he couldn't do it.
Yep.
In other wrestling news, the trailer dropped for Mr. McMahon, a Netflix-led documentary on the man rather than the character, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't think they're going to paint this man in as negative of a light as they should.
No. They probably want to market it towards people who are already wrestling fans and want a puff piece.
I've got news for you. Already wrestling fans know Mr. McMahon is a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. But they've also been still consuming it despite that. So, obviously, they like something about him.
No, it's got nothing to do with Mr. McMahon. It's got entirely to do with the fact that he made wrestling a monopoly. If you want to watch wrestling, the easiest and, most obvious access route is watch WWE. For fuck's sake, when I was growing up in the 90s, it was on Channel 4.
Yep.
Which everyone can just watch. Like, we didn't get WCW over here.
No.
Which was their big competitor, which means WWE just had the market in the UK.
Yeah. Or when I was a kid, WWF.
Well, yeah, I'm saying WWE because that's their name now, and, they got sued by the World Wildlife Federation.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. From the trailer, it looks like they're going to very much focus on, no, he's a visionary. He made wrestling accessible for everyone. Yeah, they touch a bit on the steroid scandal, and they mention how he stepped down from the board of directors 2 years ago, but I don't think they're going to go into the nitty-gritty details of what he did to those poor people that are accusing him. Some of those people who are accusing him of horrible crimes can't even do that anymore because they're dead.
Yep.
Like, again, in the you all you have to do is watch wrestling from the fucking 80s. Every fucker on that card was on roids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actively encouraged and helped by the man at the top. And that's not even to get into his scummy business practices of fucking bankrupting all the other fucking promoters to be the only one. A thing he promised his dad on his deathbed that he wouldn't do.
Yep, don't get rid of the territories.
Soon as fucking Vince Senior gone, right, I'm gonna do business. That's my Vince McMahon impression. I know it's not good. My
favourite Vince McMahon bit is when a friend of ours walked like him.
What, like he shit himself?
Yeah, just throwing his arms out like he owns the place.
Yeah, weirdly, Conor McGregor from MMA fucking does the same thing when he walks to the ring. It's a very odd choice.
Yeah.
But anyway, wrestling sucks. So, what are we doing today, Rick?
Yeah, we're doing the Sandy Cheeks movie. It's Saving Bikini Bottom's The Sandy Cheeks movie. If you'd like to join us along at home, it's on Netflix. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Oh, it's been a while since we've had a Netflix dun-dun. Except it hasn't, because we had it last week from Terminator.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, this is a cute vanity plate.
It is. Yeah, Nickelodeon.
It's Nickelodeon. It does deserve a good fucking plate.
Yeah.
Okay. Man.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to... I remember when I was a kid, when I went to Fort Park, the very first zone you'd go into was a very beach-themed place, and I shit you not, they'd have archways made of... It wasn't quite foam, but it was a bit more solid than that. And it would just look like that in reality. It was fucking magical, and this was before SpongeBob was a thing.
Pretty good. Cool.
It was.
We also had... There was a Nickelodeon zone in Universal Studios as well.
Okay. Here's the difference, Rick. Thorpe Park is local to me. Universal Studios is in America.
Yeah.
I've never been to America.
I've been to America more times than I've been to Thorpe Park.
When did she get a robot horse?
I don't know.
Is this a thing?
I'm just accepting it.
Oh, great! It's going to be one of these movies.
Yeah. Well, I'm bopping. Yeah, remember that she's from Texas.
Did I just say SpongeBob is 5 foot tall?
I know. Well, it said that he's 5% porous.
Bollocks! He's more than that.
Yep. Yeah, Mr. Krabs is really crap at money because he's always dropping it.
Man, this art style is a bit weird because it almost looks claymation-y, but it's clearly not.
Yeah, so it's obviously 3D CG made to look like actual models.
Yeah. Like, let's put it this way. Hotel Transylvania, this is not.
Yeah. It is kind of charming, though.
I've got nothing against it. It's just, it's going to take a minute to get used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember when we did the Bob's Burgers movie? And it was just the same art style, but with clearly just a bit more money pumped into it, so it took a moment to get used to?
Yeah. I mean, the My Little Pony movie was a bit like that, but obviously they had a bit of a different art style to it, at least.
What, Friendship is Magic?
Yeah, the Friendship is Magic movie.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Okay. He does sound a little bit more Ice King-y than SpongeBob.
Yeah, but bear in mind, Tom Kenny's been doing this voice for over 20 years.
Yeah. Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah, I was thinking that, but... Well, we're just getting straight into the mild, terror.
Okay, mild peril.
Look, let's be absolutely honest here, Rick. If you took, like, a fishing thing and, like, pulled up these little mutants, how would you react?
I'd probably go neat and put it in a snow globe or something.
What, living beings? Are you Japanese?
I mean, I was probably trying to get some kind of creature out of the sea anyway.
I don't know, man. This looks like a fucking excavator, so it's almost as if they're trying to get a soil sample.
Probably. Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, no. What are you, a xenomorph?
Yeah, teeth at the back of his teeth.
Yeah, that's a pretty sure they've done that in a SpongeBob thing before.
Yeah. It's a very Nickelodeon joke.
Yeah. Well then.
Yeah, the soil sample's going up.
Those are my scientific mutants, not yours! So, is Mr. Krabs like the fucking air raid warden?
I guess so. Yeah, he's got the hat on and everything.
Good old Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a very fun visual gag, especially with the animation style, but, like, I don't like looking at it.
No. Oh, there's Mrs. Puff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a SpongeBob joke.
Yep.
Gun to head, you gotta bang a SpongeBob SquarePants character. Who you banging?
Well, it's got to be Sandy, ain't it? Like, she's the only mammal.
Okay, boring.
Like, I'm sorry. You're picking Mrs. Puff?
Probably, actually.
Yeah, because she's, other than Sandy, who is very obviously up for things, Mrs. Puff has definitely done crimes.
What is it? Crime against humanity, fucking a puffer fish.
Texas science.
So Texas science is just regular science, but bigger, I guess.
Yeah. Or just done in Texas, where they can bullshit a result.
No one's addressing the robot horse, so I have to assume that it was a pre-established thing in a different movie or cartoon.
Yeah, a different movie or cartoon. Maybe even the Patrick Show.
Fuck me, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, that's like the most recent thing they did. It might even still be ongoing.
I wouldn't know.
Okay. Tsunami.
That's pretty good. That almost looked like Jeff Goldblum in a wig.
It did a bit. Which is so weird because all we saw was the jump rope with the projectile tears.
That's a very well-aimed fucking scoop, wasn't it?
Yeah. A perfect square.
Texas.
I believe that's the state in which you're most likely to get shot in.
Just from the sheer size of it, yes.
Well, also, they like their guns.
They do.
I'm gonna...
They probably have the most guns per capita.
I don't know about that. Well, on average, doesn't like the average American have like 3 guns?
Yeah,
and that's not because every American has 3 guns. It's because people who have a lot of guns have a lot of fucking guns that it compensates for the rest.
Yeah, people have either 0 or 16.
I really love that. I put in which state are you most, and the autocomplete is likely to get murdered in.
Probably Ohio.
My apologies. It's the District of Columbia.
Okay.
So
that's DC, where Washington DC is.
In 2022. Wow, Texas is not even in the top 10. Texas, up your game. Wow, Texas is 20.
That's like almost exactly in the middle.
Yeah, it's only 5 away. I'm not paying attention to the fucking Sandy Cheeks. I'm looking at fucking murder stats. Ohio's 24, so Ohio's almost bang in the middle.
Yeah, fair enough. All I'm thinking of is like Youngstown, Ohio, which is like one of the most dangerous individual cities.
Fair enough.
But apparently, the rest of the state is like a big deal.
Okay, here's the thing. District of Columbia is in a weird place where it's above everything in the stats, but it's not technically a state, so it's not...
Yeah, okay.
So it's not...
if it was a state, then it would be the one that wins.
Yeah, but instead it's Louisiana.
Okay.
Oh yeah, New Orleans, that makes sense.
Home of pirates, drunks, and whores.
Sure.
And tacky, overpriced souvenir stores.
But also, like, I'm pretty sure that place never recovered after the fucking big old wind.
No.
As Carl would put it.
That big old wind, yeah. Or as my neighbour would put it, rather eloquently, "Oh, the fuck's Katrina?"
Right. Look at that portal into a loading screen for a video game.
Like actually, though.
What? Why? How?
Cute.
Where?
Cute. She could just reverse Iron Man.
I imagine squirrels are pretty squishy like that, but that was still a horrible thing to think about.
Yep.
It's a real good thing Sandy's got something on underneath that skirt.
Modesty spats.
I was about to say. Oh, that's convenient.
Rehydration spray.
I like how it's got her old school design on it.
Oh yeah, the actual 2D animation side. Yeah.
So this will only work on SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm. I like that. That's cute.
Yeah, but in reality, that fucking sausage is gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally.
I agree with Squidward. Why is that what you think of? At least it wasn't a fucking big old juicy dick.
Yeah.
By the by, for some reason, SpongeBob is officially confirmed as asexual. Like Nickelodeon made a point of tweeting that at one point. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Because it's like, who the fuck is thinking of SpongeBob's sexual orientation? You ain't got a parachute.
He is the parachute.
Oh, maybe.
Yep. Yeah. There we go.
Wait, what?
Oh, she's a flying squirrel as well.
Since when?
Apparently, squirrel equals flying squirrel.
But she has never once said she's a flying squirrel or acted like a flying squirrel. I guess there'd be not much call for showing this fact off underwater, but still, it's a weird thing to just suddenly pull out.
Yeah, that said, she has, not worn the suit on multiple occasions, like, when she's in her dome.
Fuck it, I don't know. I hope Sandy gets a wardrobe change, because this outfit is not a good look. Typical,
yeah, I guess so.
Typical fucking Texas, there's fuck all around, but here's this big science building.
Oh, yeah. Like, the Institute of Something Stupid.
Oh, here we go. Here's that live action part I was telling you about. It's fucking Taz here.
Apparently. Speaking of, I'm wearing Taz socks.
Thank you. Very insightful addition to the commentary.
Well, yeah, you brought up Taz.
Trivia for episode number 183 of the Nonsense Review. It just says on our IMDb page, on this episode, Rick Tonks was wearing Tasmanian devil socks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a cowboy joke.
Mm-hmm. You want to be upwind of the beans, men.
That was a Blazing Saddles bit, wasn't it, when they just farted for 5 minutes?
Yeah, he was, yeah. They just sat around the fire for like 5 minutes all farting until one of them turned around and farted into the fire and it exploded.
That's such an Austin Powers joke, the fucking fire explosion.
Yeah.
I never want to experience that.
No.
Again, I want to remind you that according to Sandy's measurements earlier, SpongeBob is meant to be 5 foot tall.
He is, yeah.
Which means Sandy is a 5 foot tall squirrel. Well, taller than 5 foot.
A little bit, yeah.
Except they're clearly not. Fuck off. That joke was so irritating that it stopped my train of thought.
Just so you could tell the joke to fuck off.
That's a long way. You're not walking that, man.
That's more than there is in Britain.
Yeah, aren't we like 411? If you go
a bit more than that.
I thought from Land's End to the very tip of Scotland was 411. Wait, what the fuck?
It could.
Was that just a visual representation of SpongeBob's two brain cells fighting?
I think so, yeah. A comic about lasers.
Don't forget, guys, laser is an acronym.
Yes.
I don't know the acronym. I know the first letter's light.
Yeah,
Rick, I've got an idea for a segment. Let's play this game. Rick, what do you think the acronym LASER means?
Something like light and sound, eternally refracted or something.
Alrighty. The actual correct answer is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation.
Okay.
Where did you get sound from? Lasers don't inherently have sound.
Oh, because I was thinking about sonar. I was thinking about sonar and radar. Both of which are... Oh, yeah, that's a great way to get volunteered for something, is to suggest it.
But also, like, it's just like, hey, Mr. Krabs, you don't pay me enough. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could take Mr. Krabs in a fight? Assuming he's scaled up to your size, he's not just a crab.
At my size, probably not. Those those pincers are gonna, like, actually murder people. Like, even with his demeanor.
Yeah, but he's also don't forget. I believe he's canonically ex-Navy.
Yeah, like, even with the current demeanor that he's showing, like, he would still be able to just, like, cut through a person's arm with no problem.
I mean, have you ever heard the proverb of "there's nothing more dangerous than a cornered rat"?
Yeah, exactly. So yes, I'm saying no to I can't take Mr. Krabs in a fight. Do you think you could take Mr. Krabs in a fight?
Assuming that his exoskeleton is, like, scaled up to thickness as well, then yeah, I think you're gonna find it very hard to pierce his hide.
Mm-hmm.
So no is the short answer. Because, like, you couldn't even grapple him, because if you grapple him, you're in perfect range of his pincers, and as you say, they cut through a man.
Yes.
Jesus, even at his normal fucking small scale size, he'd probably be able to cut through a finger.
Oh, totally. Which is why I don't want to fuck with a crab normally.
I've always wanted a pet hermit crab.
Okay.
I just don't have the space.
Yeah, I get you. Because you'd want it to be, you know, in a proper enclosure and able to enjoy life.
Yeah. He looks like he's just come straight off the set of Mighty Boosh.
A little bit. Is he ever going to close his mouth?
I don't know. That's probably part of the joke, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, that appears to just be his thing.
Yeah. So the computer's got, like, a spy.
Well, yeah, the spy is Sandy, because Sandy works for them. They established that.
Yeah.
Well, the acting's not stellar here, is it?
No.
Oh, we're getting a musical number. Great. God, I do like this beat, though.
Yeah, I'm bopping.
Oh, the boss is pissed. Let's make her do a dance routine, and then maybe she'll cheer up.
Yeah, like, play her theme tune.
I would love to have my own wrestling fucking theme music. Every time I enter a fucking building, just it plays and I get to hot dog.
Yeah. But also, for when you're annoyed.
Oh, it's Blinky
everybody
from
who's
The
trying
Simpsons.
It is, yeah. People who are trying to get on your good side play your theme tune.
But yeah, sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
Nah, that was pretty much it. That when you're annoyed, people trying to get on your good side will just play your theme tune.
So
Barracuda, I assume.
Yeah. A pug, one of the least threatening of dogs.
Yeah, one off.
Now, if it was a chihuahua, I'd be scared shitless.
Oh, yeah. They're like the poster children of small dog energy.
Well, I forget where it's from, but I remember reading a Tumblr article of someone who was a vet, and they read in an old vet textbook of when I see a German Shepherd, I trust the professionalism of the owner to keep it in line. If I see a Saint Bernard, I trust the strength of its owner to stop it from abusing it. And if I see a Chihuahua, I pray to God.
Yeah. There's a snake in my boot.
Fuck off. What? When? How? Why?
She just like spins and turns into Bruce Lee.
Yeah. I never understood how come that suit became more iconic from Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's a pretty iconic look for Bruce Lee. So how did they shoot this, do you think? Do you think they had folks on set to, like, vaguely represent where characters were so they could get the right background shots, or did they just film random shit and then add this in?
They probably just set up some random bits of scenery, recreated that in a 3D environment. Because it's actually reasonably easy to make a detailed environment like that.
Oh, I didn't think the background... I thought the background was literally just background shots. Like, someone just took a camera and filmed some shit.
It could be either, to be honest.
Well, it doesn't look fucking created into a 3D thing by me. By the way, that's not true. If a squirrel got bit by a snake, they're dead.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Like, it takes an hour or two to kill a human, and they are much bigger than fucking squirrels.
Yep.
Now, here's the question. Would you fuck Sally in this state?
Yeah.
Okay. She shouldn't be fucked here. She should be taken to a hospital rig.
Well, as long as she passes the Harkness test still.
She is not fully with it.
She's enough with it to have her own problem-solving skills.
Okay. Who do you think she's summoning? The fucking Squirrel Rangers.
Probably, yeah. Like a vulture or something, I assume.
Oh, someone with a gun. Oh, no, it's a little van.
Is it a family?
Oh, the license plate says CH3 3KS. Or was it 5?
Yes. Oh, yeah, so the Cheeks clan.
And you know they're rednecks because they got that fucking weird steering wheel that's just a chain.
Yeah. This is going to be Randy Cheeks.
Oh my god, he's a wrestler. Why is the car so big compared to him?
So let's guess. We're going to have Randy Cheeks, Sandy Cheeks,
Candy Cheeks,
Andy and Mandy.
Yeah, maybe.
Andy, Mandy, and Candy.
Oh, those are good. Oh, we got little puppers. What the fuck? They're like circus freaks.
Brandy.
Brandy's good. Coming up with a lot more female names than male.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Andy and Randy are the only ones I can think of.
And so, one-on-one, these rattlesnakes ain't shit compared to the Cheat Clan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely circus freaks, right?
Yeah. Well, not... Yeah, literally.
Well, because they were doing unicycle shit and fucking... It was not a wrestler, it's a strong man. That makes more sense.
Yeah. A snake cook-off.
Well, apparently it's a delicacy, isn't it? Snake meat in certain places.
Delicacy just means something awful that becomes an acquired taste.
Oh, that was that's horrible. Why would you do this? I mean, it makes sense because reptiles can shed their skin.
Mm-hmm.
I do like.
He's getting sand in his cheeks.
I did. There's no cheeks on a snake. They have cloacas.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
But yeah, I did like the undergarments from of cowboy stuff. Very cute.
Mm-hmm.
They have no idea what the fuck you are.
He does look a bit like Swiss cheese.
Now, do you have some anti-venom? Never do that, by the way.
Yeah. Because all you do is just drink someone's tainted blood.
In theory, it can work, but it's very much recommended you do not suck the poison out.
Mm-hmm. Because you might get AIDS as well.
Well, okay, that's a very specific scenario, Rick.
Yeah. Ah, yes, that's required by the Comics Code.
Is it?
Yeah. If you see someone driving a vehicle, they have to be shown putting their seatbelt on, or suffering the consequences of not putting the seatbelt on.
So that's why it's a chain wheel, because they're gonna run in it like a hamster wheel to steer.
Yes. Well, it's hard to say. With it being 3D and all that.
Just fucking drive an automatic. Am I insane? Like, automatics don't need a clutch, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, now you get to be shit on even more if you're American and don't drive stick, because look at this family of squirrels managing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it took me a lot until I was about 28 to realise that whenever they talk about driving stick in America, they just meant a manual.
Yeah, driving a manual. Because you need the stick-to-stick shift.
Now, I don't know which member of the Cheat Clan it is, but one of them is voiced by Johnny Knoxville.
Okay. Yeah, so this is where it becomes real obvious why Sandy left the family.
Yeah. Well, that's a horrible thought. That's a very fun gag. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Puff and the Larry. I might not have been Larry.
Yeah.
It might have been Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, and the Squidward. I think I'm used to Sandy's look.
That's fair. They got their own theme tune. Fuck, they're automatically cool.
Just like the villain.
Oh, fuck. They just mentioned Sandy in their song, so Sandy did used to have an act.
Okay. Yeah. And they're all the flying cheeks.
Yeah. These kids aren't good actors. I've had no problem with the villain here with the blue hair, Sue. But the two kids are not great at the moment.
Yeah, they're very definitely kid actors.
Calling them kids, they're definitely teenagers. The bloke on the left is a fucking 25-year-old man pretending to be 6.
Yes.
Well, hang on, why would you punish the critters by shaking their little town for something your subordinates did?
To make it more difficult for them to do their jobs. Just villain behavior.
So they specifically need SpongeBob because he's already on the posters in the back. If you didn't catch it,
yeah. Okay.
They die. Oh. Okay. Oh, I hate everything about this.
Man.
Oh, you can get SpongeBob NFTs.
The Anchor product.
But to be fair, SpongeBob can take a beating.
Specifically SpongeBob can, yeah. And Patrick as well.
That looked delicious.
It does a bit. A pill in the colours of a burger.
Man, this is straight up evil, right?
Yeah, 100% the kind of thing that they wouldn't put in the advert.
But I've always loved this about a cartoon-ish over-the-top villains of creating evil plan advertisements for their investors.
Yeah.
Like, effectively, the only problem with their plan is they don't have SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Just take him out the ad!
Yeah, just redo the ad. 'Cause the problem is they've already got his house, so...
Yeah, I guess.
I think they're rebuilding the house as a playset or something.
Oh, he's cosplaying Steven Universe.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got a Steven Universe t-shirt. Bob Sponge.
Pretty sure that's Knoxville.
Maybe.
Man, Knoxville and Steve-O and pretty much everyone not Bam Margera and Pete Dunne, I'm so glad that their lives are good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that sucks.
Yeah, what a... Ooh.
Yep, it's hurting my eyes too, Rick.
Ooh, yeah,
Okay,
okay.
There is a subreddit called Redneck Engineering, and it's one of the best things ever.
Yes. The other one I like is There I Fixed It.
Go on.
Well, it's just called There I Fixed It, and it's one of those of, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid, but very obviously the things that have been done are all stupid. And I'm pretty sure it's very similar to Redneck Engineering.
Yeah, Redneck Engineering is a bit more rustic, shall we say. Like, it's got a theme.
Yeah. Like fixing something very obviously not made out of wood with bits of wood.
Yeah.
Is the simplest way I can put it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Obviously shit that you can do on your own property with your own rights, but not shit you could do in a place of business.
Oh, no.
I absolutely love that the strong man's weights are in the shape of acorns.
Yeah.
Caramel pickles. Ugh.
Ugh.
Wait, so she's not just got her skiing act, she can also do fire breathing.
Yeah, apparently.
I love the idea that if you're part of a circus family and can do circus bullshit, you just do it all the time for mandatory dumb tasks.
Mm-hmm.
That is an interesting take on it, in that the pop married into the family business, because it is very much usually shown the opposite way around.
Yeah, usually, yeah. That it's just blokes who are quite happy to make a tit of themselves. They're doing a vegan grill.
What is it about tomatoes in fucking cartoons? They always look so delicious.
Yeah. They make tomatoes look way better than they look IRL.
Oh yeah, they look fucking awful IRL, and that's because we live in England and not Spain.
Yeah. It's like zucchini or something on this.
It's probably pickle, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Apple steaks.
Oh, so it weren't even tomatoes. That's fucking moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that makes sense why it's red and green, because apples can be green.
Yeah, they could be both. As long as it's what we do. Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's Snuffy.
But it's such a weird fucking graphic style, because it's such a realistic looking raccoon compared to the squirrels.
Yeah.
Like, what an odd choice.
Although it's very definitely on brand for SpongeBob of having cartoony just exposed with almost photorealistic.
True enough. True. Rabies isn't something to fuck around with, by the way. We're really lucky in the UK. We don't have it. It's why we're so strict with animals coming into the country, because we want to keep it that way.
And bats.
Okay. Bats is a very fun, unique circumstance where we're pretty sure no bats native to the UK have rabies. However, there's no way to prove it.
Yeah, we can't prove it. So if you get bitten by a bat, go get your rabies shot, because that gives you enough of a dose to create enough antibodies to fight it off in time.
Yeah, the rabies vaccine is so weird, because you can take it just after getting bit and be fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's married to his computer, isn't he?
Yeah, to be fair, we'd all marry our computers.
I'm pretty sure my computer would not consent.
I was about to make a joke, but realised how fucking dark it would make it. I love how they just got the arse end of the robo-horse just chilling.
Yeah. Scary sleep movies.
Yeah, that's fair.
And now it's going to start raining food. And everyone's going to think it's freaking awesome.
Well, Patrick will.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I think they look lovely is because there used to be a biscuit when I was a kid that I've never seen as an adult, where it's just half biscuit, half the top of it is like that weird icing stuff. But it's
oh yeah, they still make them.
No, because I think what you're thinking of is party rings.
I'm thinking of ice gems.
No, not ice gems. Ice gems have got like a little swirl.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like it looks like that on the top of it, but it's very hard icing.
Yeah.
How come they need to do this to all of Bikini Bottom when they're only planning on selling 12 creatures? Like
I think it's just to Oh, he's bigger than I thought.
So it's going to be Squidward and Mr. Krabs. Oh.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, as someone who worked in a fish shop momentarily, it's actually really hard to catch fish.
Mm.
So it's a good thing we've picked 3 named characters, because that means none of them will brutally die in this next step.
Yep. Yeah, if they picked up some jobbers, then they'd be, they'd burst.
Mild peril, Rick.
Yeah, getting blended.
Look at her, she's getting yawn.
And also actually caring for the dog.
Oh, right, they want to prove that they can breathe in air now. That's what they're doing. Forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh man, it is a playset and everything.
Man, Patrick's an idiot.
Man, they look so plastic as well. It's great.
Yeah. Well, because they're probably real straight up models.
Yeah.
Obviously not the characters that are moving.
Yeah, I get you. Has he got his he's going to be able to get his clarinet out.
So this is just singing in the rain, isn't it? But obviously the opposite.
Yeah, singing in the air.
Oh no.
Is it going to be some thumb-sucking kids?
God damn it. Oh, he's just a Stretch Armstrong. Oh, God. Fucking insane brain cell, man. Yeah, you shouldn't give anything that breathes to a child.
Nope.
It's not how you play chess, motherfucker.
This is...
I absolutely
so weird.
I love the detail of Patrick Starr gobbling down a spaghetti.
Yeah.
Pay them off. This is not how market research works.
Yeah.
This is actually bad market research. You picked 2 children who knew they had to play with toys and have a positive response. That's not how razors work.
No. Oh yeah, cruise control.
Now, SpongeBob's actually got a bit of a problem in that he only has 2 front teeth, which means whistling's hard for him anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. Everyone, hide the weed.
For real, right? Well, it's more like, how do you think the police are going to react to a family of squirrels driving a truck? It won't be good.
Well, either that or they're gonna have to make Muppet Man real quick.
Okay, so they can't pull over because Randy stole a bunch of nuts and they're hiding them in the back.
Sure.
That's cute with SpongeBob as the luggage case.
Yeah.
I love seeing shit like that, and the character that's being manipulated into the form just being like, I'm okay with this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the most unrealistic thing about this high-speed chase is the fact that the cop hasn't got his gun out the window and started popping.
Oh, yeah. They've not tried to pop the tyre with a gun yet. Yeah.
They're in Texas as well. There's too many cowboys over there.
Yep.
Did they just try and do a Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah, I think they did. Oh, now they've got another... Okay, yeah, okay.
So the cowboys still fart? Yep.
Yeah, they're still farting beans. Oh no, it smells like an anus.
See, now it's being unrealistic because there's no way the cops would try this hard.
No.
Yeah, okay. Saw that gag coming, but it was still good.
Put down an anchor and, yeah. Empire Strikes Back the tornadoes.
I guess so, right?
They look like they're made of yarn. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, probably a purposeful decision. No way they put an APB out. I mean, that's fine for SpongeBob, not so much for Sally.
Yeah, they did 600 miles in 20 minutes.
It's a cartoon, it's fine. Plus, Randy did say
the skis.
Randy did say he'd get them there in half the time.
True.
Like, if you're doing 60 an hour, 600 miles is only 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
No time!
Aww.
All this over some stolen nuts. There's no way they're nuts.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely narcotic nuts.
It's called cocaine!
It's okay, SpongeBob is the parachute. We know this.
We also, we've already established that Sally's a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
But this happened exactly the same as last time.
Yeah.
Except now they didn't get bad wind. I've never been to a water park. I imagine if you see a squirrel gliding towards you, you'd freak the fuck out.
Yeah, well, it's very similar to just getting a pigeon landing on you.
How many times has that happened, Rick?
From all the times I've been to water parks, I've seen a pigeon come nearby once.
So not landed on you?
No, it didn't land on me, no.
Not the lab,
but super fun.
Oh, great.
Super fun, happy slide.
SpongeBob, that's fucking weird, bro. Like, consent is key.
Yeah, don't be a little bastard. Oh, he's just hanging onto his leg shag. If only that would work.
Is that the same dog, or is it just another pug? I gotta assume it's the same dog, right? Because otherwise, why would you bother?
Yeah, because, like, conservation of detail.
That is not that dog's bark. Also, the subtitles spoiled it for us. It is indeed Cuda.
Yeah, it would be weird to introduce an additional pug.
Yeah. That pug can swim surprisingly well.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Last time I went down a big old slide like that, my cousin got up after it, and went, "Oh, me fish bag's gone right up crack of me ass."
Okay. What? It went up the stairs, so why did it come up the slide?
I don't know.
Like, we saw it start climbing the stairs.
But it was also still wet.
Yeah, because it just... Fuck off! Okay, the film's just not caring anymore, and that's fine. That dog is earning its paycheck, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, the sewer. That's not how gravity works.
It's okay. It's 2D physics.
Are we in 2D, Rick?
For that scene, we were.
How the fuck is he doing this?
Scooby-Doo physics.
How the fuck did he not see them?
I don't know.
Now they're gonna poke you up the bum.
That feels like what it would be if it was like a 3D movie in the cinema.
Yeah, I get you. With the glasses. Oh, and they're gonna get covered
like
in shit. That water...
But they can't show turds, so it's just gonna be like cans and crap.
I was gonna say, that water's far too clean, isn't it?
Yeah. At least it's partly green.
Why the fuck was SpongeBob holding his breath there?
Because there's poo in it.
No, there's not. It's clean. Yeah, not number 2s.
Yeah, this is how it feels to chew five gum.
Well then. That's weird, isn't it? Because usually Gary is pretty apathetic.
Usually, yeah. And there's going to be multiple Garys.
Can the humans understand them when they talk? Because if so, then they might be in trouble from the shouting.
Maybe a little bit. I think they could understand that Squidward was doing something, at least, when he was singing.
True. Alright, that one got me. She's not a scientist, she's a businesswoman.
Yeah, she is, yeah.
Not according to our advertisements.
Yeah. Well, yeah, after getting annoyed at her for mispronouncing the name of Tsunami.
Oh, you don't want to scroll between the tits?
No.
She's fairly intelligent. Like, I'm pretty sure she could work out how to fucking open the cage.
Yeah, you'd think.
Dude, they pay us.
Money.
That is really all it takes for minimum wage workers.
Yeah.
Why is it a roller coaster?
Because it has to be a super fun happy slide. I guess also so they can turn this into an actual ride.
You know what? You're not even wrong. That makes no sense.
Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you just take some frickin', like, DNA sample?
Money!
Money!
They're not actually going to try and make a tragic fucking backstory, are they? Oh shit, she's Troy McClure.
That's Troy McClure.
Oh, that's awful. Don't like that.
Yeah, that reminds me of Angela Anaconda.
That's a fucking character I only know because of Digimon.
Yeah.
Let's go to see the Digimon movie.
Who the fuck thought this was a good idea?
Oh, it really is Angela Anaconda.
Oh. That wasn't even a fish, that was an anemone.
Yeah.
SpongeBob is not restrained in any way, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
So she's dead. Okay. Okay.
I wasn't expecting that. What the fuck's this about? Well, she appears to be a fish now as well, because there's a fish in the middle.
Yeah, apparently.
I like how you got the sad Texan music in the background.
Yeah. And everyone believes her.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's that type of villain, is it?
Mm-hmm. Go be a pet, apparently. Oh man.
Well, she's clearly got a plan, right? Or not. I don't like this. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, you're not meant to. It reminds me of that that robot from the university that they'd try and kick over and then it would right itself.
Oh, yeah. They've got like 7 of those now.
Yeah.
And it always looked mean.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't look like they were testing it. It looked like they were seriously trying to fucking whack it.
Yeah, just bully it, yeah.
Well then. Wait, so how do you get future clones then? Do you have to then clone a clone?
Yeah, apparently. And then you end up with a really shit, like, worse and worse clone.
This is horrible for a kid's movie.
Yeah. That's your mild peril. Oh, SpongeBob popcorn. They'll annoy us all to death.
Fuck off! So, it came through the fucking sink plug hole, did it?
Yep.
Fucking cartoon physics, man. Was the dog secretly trying to help all along? What's going on? I'm confused.
I don't know. Now these fucking minion SpongeBobs. What
a great use of Squidward in that scene.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is that all it takes to break your fucking cloning device? Is...
Yeah, you should knock it over.
Like, the glass didn't even shatter, bro.
Yeah, he just fell off. Oh.
Man, how much voice modulation these lines had to go through. You wouldn't even need Tom Kenny for this.
Yeah, it could just be literally anyone.
Now, buy these toys we're releasing alongside this movie.
Yeah, that are almost exactly as fluffy as the in-game model. Oh yeah, because SpongeBob is way better at music than Squidward. Oh no.
I like how they didn't even throw the shit on the floor, they just fucking put it down gently.
Yeah, just carefully put it down because they need to reuse it for additional takes.
Yeah, you're not even wrong. You just knocked her over, dickheads. Didn't fucking win.
Yeah, like, all she has to do is stand up again.
I'm very confused as to why there's a fish in the middle of her rubber
Yeah,
body.
I think it's so that she can keep a fish close to her at all times.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Magnets, how do they work? Oh, it's a horseshoe shape too.
It is.
Fuck off!
It's just Pentium.
Do-si-do now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a river dance?
Yeah, you need additional people.
You also need your legs. Please do, Thriller.
Yes.
For like 2 seconds. It's a really shit robot, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Being an actual robot and doing the robot is just cultural appropriation. We learned this from Futurama.
Yeah, and Bender's also shit at it.
Yeah.
Why would that happen? Well, that's awful looking.
Yeah. No, she's getting eaten.
So this is like both Troy McClure and that fucking one Kanye West joke from fucking South Park.
Now that I know that I'm a gay fish. Oh, okay. You put them together and they fuse.
Ah, yeah, that is a thing sponges do, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Squidward was actually happy in the waking world, it seems. But also, you know, he gets to fuck up SpongeBob's.
Yeah.
Even if it means he gets better. The fact that he gets to squash him.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Fuck me, how much more runtime is there? I've got 20 more minutes, Rick. We need another 10 minutes of fucking bullshit before we can get to credits.
Yeah, well, if they've all eaten the Phase 1 burger pills, then they should be able to survive, at least.
No, they had to be put in the machines for that, remember?
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so they need a four bad knees. Yeah.
All right, yeah, cool. We need to fucking have a reuse of the of these assets. Why can't she wrestle now? What's up?
Is her finger wet or something? Oh no!
When she moves a tooth?
Apparently, don't know.
So SpongeBob has to do it instead. Woo!
Go croissant fingers.
Who has even less teeth?
But because he never had them, it's fine.
Why? Hang on, aren't they still on the run?
Yeah. Call the cheeks from space.
Oh, right, tornado bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, they remember the parachutes. Hang on, aren't they also all flying squirrels?
They all... Well, I'd assume that they are, because, that's how genes tend to work.
Well, for at least either the mother or the father has to be.
Yeah.
What a weird message to fucking tack on in the middle here.
Yeah. Family trumps crime.
Not even the fucking... No, the society is a jail fucking saying, Rick. Not fucking whatever bullshit you're coming up with.
Yeah.
I know it's a kids' movie, but for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Nut Muffin. That sounds like a nickname for your child, doesn't it?
It does a bit, doesn't it?
I made a nut muffin in your mother last night. You're getting a new sister.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm writing that down. Made a nut muffin in your mother last night. That's a good fucking title.
There's literally one behind you as well.
Don't try this at home as if we fucking could.
Yeah, and also he just goes, jumping into all the, broken glass and shit. Canonically asexual, by the way.
Doesn't mean you can't appreciate muscles.
Yeah, true.
Technically, he's a squid. Really?
Oh yeah, it's the mayonnaise gag.
It was funny the one time, but the fact that they made it a running gag actually makes it shitter.
Yeah. Yeah, is mayonnaise an instrument?
Man, Krabs, there's only 2 crustaceans in the entire fucking Bikini Bottom, and that's you and Larry.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, the dog's fine.
Yeah, because because his mum is no longer around, the dog can't be evil anymore.
Well, he already did a face turn by freeing SpongeBob.
Yeah, I suppose.
We don't know why, but he did.
I just assumed it was because he was a stupid fucking pug.
Oh, he's been shown to be super intelligent up until this point. He knew to chase down SpongeBob and Sandy. Oh god, I actually just yawned.
I've just realised I've been leaning for quite some time and now my arm has gone to sleep.
Well, it's better than the rest of you. I need your mind at the moment. Why are they Why? Why?
What?
So they can have that joke of the astronaut taking his fucking photograph, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, astronaut taking a selfie.
It wasn't a selfie, it was taking a picture of the...
Oh, yeah, it's taking a vertical photo, yeah.
Of the fish tank, because, to be honest, you would.
I mean, yeah.
But at the same time, an astronaut would not have their phone on them. At least not when they're doing a moonwalk.
So I'm guessing they're going to use they're going to repurpose the dome as an additional neighbour thing for next to Sandy's house.
No,
for the rest of the Cheeks family.
No, I think they're just going to break it. The Cheeks family are going to go home.
Sure.
Probably. I don't fucking know. I'm not a rocket writer.
And Sparky reunited with his arse.
Yeah. Now, we know Sandy can just activate her suit again, but yeah, we've got to see what happens to the rest of the Cheeks clan. Oh, they're just going to skip it. That's convenient.
Okay.
Oh, they're putting on a circus. Would they even be able to do their act under the water? Because the physics are completely different.
Yeah, physics are different. Although apparently, swimming through treacle is the same as swimming through water.
Okay.
Because even though it's thicker, it's
oh, Scribbler's got the
he's thicker behind you as well. Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's another cheap 3D trick.
Yeah. What makes him Texas style, I wonder? Kyle, that's the human. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so lazy and shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Gonna get an outro song, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's just an Elvis song, right?
Yeah, well, it's or a fake one at least.
Yeah, no, it's a riff of and you ain't no love of mine. That one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that Elvis?
Yeah, it's.
I can't remember, but you know.
Are you talking about the hound dog, right?
Yeah, that's the one. It sounds like it's sharing the same beat.
Yeah, I do like the Danny Sexbang joke of my favorite gag character is Yelvis. Yelvis? Yeah, I'm nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah, so can you now repeat the joke without doing the loud voice so I can hear it?
He just shouts, "You ain't nothing but a hound dog."
Oh, okay. Yeah, because unfortunately, Discord didn't like that. For the audience, they'll get the benefit of the actual joke and the cadence it's meant to be heard in. Are we going to fucking zoom into the fish lady now, just swimming? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so...
And that's how it ends. Not with a bang, but with a wet fart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that. That's a cute twist that I approve of.
I do like this.
I wish the whole film was animated in this 2D style.
Like, if it opened like this, instead of the song that they had.
Do you want to finish your thought, or was that the end?
Yeah, that's just how I'm just summarizing it. Like, I'm gonna, like, spoiler, my weakest link is the songs, apart from this one. Because this is the one that's cute. But the rest of them I was just waiting for them to end.
They appear to actually just be showing off the entire movie, but in 2D stills.
Yeah.
Oh, Caroline Lawrence, yep, that's the usual voice of Sandy. Tom Kenny, always SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Clancy Brown, also known as Lex
Clancy
Luthor.
Brown.
I'm going to assume that's the usual voice of Patrick. I must call him Fabric.
Fabric.
I read that as Roger Dumbass.
Hey, Grey DeLee's there. Grey DeLee's in there as well.
I get a feeling that dude just plays that. Wanda Sykes, why do I know that name?
I know that name as well.
Alright, cool. Fucking suitably enough, the next thing they want us to watch is the Minions movie.
Yeah, for me, it's the bad guys.
Oh, same fucking shit, innit? I'm now going to look up Wanda Sykes, because that name really does ring a bell. We've got 9 minutes of credits, folks. Let's fucking buckle up.
Yeah, we do. So, yeah, Wanda Sykes, that rings a bell.
Born in Portsmouth, Virginia, United States.
Is that the entirety of her...
No, I'm just trying to say things so we're not talking.
Yep.
Because,
Because, I would be trying to look her up as well, but my microphone's in the way.
Yeah, she's 60 years old, so
okay.
Don't fucking look it.
No.
She was in Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang.
That's a movie I only know because they kept taking the piss out of it in Scary Movie 3.
Okay.
She's done quite a bit of voice work. She was in Over the Hedge.
Okay.
Barnyard, Brother Bear 2, Evan Almighty, Rio, The Muppets, Ice Age, Hot Flashes. She's been in a lot of Ice Ages.
She might just be the lady mammoth.
I don't know why I recognise her voice because I'm looking at all these. She's not the lady mammoth.
Is she not? Okay.
No, she plays Granny.
Oh, Granny. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who that character is, but I know it's not the lady mammoth. She's more of a television actor, apparently.
Okay.
The Drew Carey Show from 2001, Wander at Large, Chappelle Show, fair enough, Will and Grace. Oh, she's only one episode of that. Back in the Barnyard, Wanda Sykes, I'm a Be Me. Futurama, Bev the Vending Machine. Simpson.
Okay.
I don't know why is that name so fucking familiar? Because I'm looking at all these credits and I'm not recognising anything. Like, I'm recognising shows, but I'm not recognising her from them.
Maybe we're thinking of two different people who is Wanda something and somebody Sykes.
It could be. Oh, she was Deb.
So apologies to Wanda Sykes.
She was Deb in Q-Force.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's where we remember it from seeing her in the credits.
Maybe. Oh, she was Fee in Star Wars Bad Batch.
Okay, yeah.
So we recognise her from some voice roles.
Yeah.
She was apparently also in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, the video game.
Yeah, is she the robot?
I don't know. The name says Fret.
Okay. Yes, that's the robot.
Fair enough. She's written a load of shit.
Cool.
Oh, mostly fucking comedy specials for herself.
Sure.
Which, makes sense.
So probably a comedian before before anything else as well.
I'm sorry, when I said she's from Portsmouth, it also says she is a stand-up comedian, actress and writer.
Okay. I didn't get that part.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, now we've got Squidward singing.
Yeah. Sounds like Show Must Go On, doesn't it?
A little bit.
He's singing about his nose.
It sounds a bit like Baby It's Cold Outside.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh fuck, this is not good, is it? as an outro.
Yeah.
Someone was credited as a snake wrangler, which is very interesting considering they were CG snakes.
Maybe they needed them to... Oh, there's a COVID compliance manager.
I mean, yeah, this film wouldn't have been done overnight, but all the... But then again, when this film was started development, it did say 2022, which was still, like... I mean, technically, we're still suffering the effects of the COVID pandemic, but obviously, a lot of restrictions
we're in
really
the
exist.
We're in the knock-on effect time rather than the thick of it.
Oh, filmed in New Mexico.
Yeah.
And Canada.
So not even in Texas.
Its entertainment partners, tax incentive. I thought I was going to say Texas, but no, it's just talking about taxes. The amazing flying cheeks, that sounds like a sex move.
Yeah, it sounds like what's going to happen to your ass when you're in midair, yes.
I'm just thinking of that one scene from fucking American Dad where it's like, hey babe, I bought the sex swing. And it's like, we should have paid the guy to build it for us because they're struggling to assemble it in the living room. I love the idea of a couple doing IKEA shit with a fucking custom-made sex swing.
Rolling the sex dice.
I'm just saying, man. Like, I'm entertained by the weirdest of jokes. It's a knock-on effect from just calling things the cuck cave makes me giggle because that's a funny concept.
Yeah.
Show me a joke that's funnier than fucking Rick and Morty, fucking Anatomy Park, fucking Jerry's dad just being like fucking. I watch them. Sometimes from the closet, sometimes in a chair. Almost always dressed as Superman. And it's the Superman bit that gets me every fucking time.
Specifically, almost always.
Yeah.
Almost always.
It's so fucking dumb. I love it. Like, I'll give Justin Roiland shit for being a bit of a scummy human, which, by the way, no official charges ever went through, but everyone says he's a bit of a dickbag.
Yeah, like, even if the charges are not true, being a dickbag really is true.
It does feel like a bunch of people and showrunners and stuff just used it as an excuse to get rid of him from projects, and that kind of speaks volumes.
Yeah.
But, go on.
Meanwhile, Jerry's voice actor was the one-eyed overseer in Fallout.
I know. I actually quite like the voice actor because he's also an Archer as Cyril.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
I like the guy.
His name is Chris Parnell.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's a really easy name to remember because it's quite a cool name, and then he talks the way he does.
Yeah.
Like, I read a story, I don't know if it's true, where Jerry was just going to be a normal guy, and then they got Chris Parnell to voice him, and they went, that's great, we need to make him way more pathetic.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Chris Parnell. Whenever he shows up in stuff, it's like, yeah, you know that voice. It's Chris Parnell. Yeah, no,
he only does the one.
Well, yeah, but again, some voice actors don't need to do a voice. We're looking at you, Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
Except for that one time when he changed his voice just enough when he was doing Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, just to kind of imitate, like, movie Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, but it didn't sound... Here's the weird thing, is it didn't sound like movie Buzz Lightyear, and it still sounded like Patrick Warburton, but just a bit off.
Yeah.
Dude,
either that or it was just Patrick Warburton when he was in his 20s.
Also a very real possibility. He was very young back then.
Yes.
I saw a video lately, it was a YouTube short of two fellas being like, who does the best Joe Swanson impression? And one guy does it, then the other guy, and then the third guy is just Patrick Warburton. They bumped into him on the street, and he just played along with it and did it, and went. And the other guy's just like, nah, it's too whiny.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that Patrick Warburton is just up for a joke, as long as you don't be a dick to him.
Yeah, and I do like the gag of a person being like third place in their own lookalike contest kind of thing.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
I don't know if that one's true or not, but I love the idea that he lost a Wolverine lookalike competition.
Yeah. Well, the real one was Charlie Chaplin, wasn't it?
I've never actually seen any... That's one of those anecdotes that I've never been able to prove, but I do like to believe it, yeah. But also, like, at the time of the competition, Charlie Chaplin would have been old as fuck.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have looked like Charlie Chaplin, if that makes sense. Also, wasn't he a bit of a pedo?
I don't know. I don't know about that, to be honest.
Oh, is that just is that just one of the things where no, that's just what Hollywood was like at that age?
I think it was.
Apologies to Charlie Chaplin and any living relatives if that was incorrect.
You're sorry to people who were not pedos.
Yeah, again, I don't mean to. I'm not making any formal accusations. That's me going like, wasn't he accused of some pretty heinous shit? Or it could have just been wife beating, which is still pretty bad, but not as bad as the other thing.
Yeah.
On that cheerful note, that's the end of our credits, and that's what happens when we have to sit through 10 minutes of bollocks.
Yeah. We start talking about people who may or may not be pedos.
Yeah. We essentially commit slander.
Yes. It's okay. He's been dead for quite some time.
Yeah, I know, but he's still got relatives.
True.
Like Uma Chaplin was in Game of Thrones, and she wasn't very good.
That is slander.
That's not slander, that's my opinion.
Okay.
It can't be slander if you're just being like, I didn't think they were very good in this thing. That's slanderous. No, I just think you were shit. Anyway, I digress. Rick, that was the end of the Sandy Cheeks movie. It's been over 2 hours pre-edit. What did you think?
It had its ups and downs.
Mostly downs.
It did get some sensible chuckles out of me. I did like parts of it. I didn't like all of it, but I liked enough of it that I don't feel like I wasted the entire time. How about you?
Oh, it doesn't feel like a waste of time. I think if you are 1, a fan of SpongeBob, or 2, a small child, you will enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't give less of a rat's ass about this movie. It wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't really enjoy it. I think the move to 3D is a mistake, but that's just me. It wasn't bad 3D, it's just not what I'm used to with SpongeBob. It took some... Once I got used to it, I really did get over it, but visually it could have been more impressive if they'd have just stuck the 2D, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, because the SpongeBob movie from, like, way back in the day, that also did some weird stuff with that, didn't it?
Yeah, but, like, okay, hand on heart, honest to God, I've not watched any of the other SpongeBob movies, but wasn't... I might be incorrect on this, but I'm pretty sure the 3D in the other SpongeBob movies were just because it's a lot harder to put 2D in a 3D plane, because they obviously had, like, the jokes of David Hasselhoff and shit in that one.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. But then again, considering how much of this movie was done in the live action segment, I kind of get it. It would be weird to have all of Bikini Bottom, which was a fairly, like, it was 20 minutes of the movie, easy. It would have been weird having that in 2D and then suddenly shift to 3D for the bulk of the film. Because the bulk of it was meant to be in live action.
Yeah. The sponge out of water was in traditional 2D.
Fair enough.
Apart from the bit where they go to above land, and that's in this same kind of 3D.
Okay, fair enough. Because I know they'd made a cutaway gag once in one of the old cartoon episodes where they'd go to the island at the top and they would just be little plastic models, really shit, not really shit in comparison to the character designs, because they'd just be hyper realistic, like a pink star, a yellow sponge, and like a red crab on sticks.
yeah, like just a normal sponge from, like, not even an animal sponge, just like
literally
a synthetic dish sponge.
Yeah, exactly. Just but with the smooth side showing and not the scour.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Again, not the worst thing in the world visually. Fine. Just that was kind of bollocks, wasn't it?
A little bit.
I'm sure there's some SpongeBob nerds out there being like, this has grand implications for SpongeBob lore. I'm not a massive SpongeBob fan. I don't care.
The Sponge cinematic universe, yeah.
I mean, I think you could technically argue they've got, like, what, 6 movies now?
Yeah, about that.
On that note, fun piece of trivia, this is the first SpongeBob movie which is straight up a spin-off focusing on someone that's not SpongeBob. Yes, SpongeBob is in it, but it's very much a Sandy Cheeks movie.
Yeah, it's not a focus, yeah.
Obviously, we're not counting cartoons because Patrick's got his own spin-off, which, what the fuck must that be like? I'll answer, not good.
Yeah, it's, I'm pretty sure that, because Patrick can't carry the show on his own, they gave him a sidekick that's like Squidward's niece, but she behaves like a Patrick to Patrick.
No, that can't be good.
Yeah.
You can't have someone lower than Patrick.
No.
Anyway.
So, yeah. I think Patrick gets the Cleveland treatment in his own show, in that they increase his agency a little bit.
Sure, I guess. Might be something to do on a future review, just to see how bad it is. Again, I can't imagine it's good. Probably funny for kids, but...
Yeah. Well, it might be like Milo Murphy's Law, where you don't watch it for the actual characters, you watch it for when the old characters from the old thing come back.
Okay. I don't know what Milo Murphy is.
It's it's the spin-off of Phineas and Ferb.
Shut the fuck up. That didn't have a spin-off.
They do. And like for the last 2 seasons, Dr. Doofenshmirtz just lives with them.
Who the fuck is Milo Murphy?
He's the descendant of Murphy, who Murphy's Law is from, as in Sod's Law in America.
Yeah, I know what Murphy's Law is, but like that wasn't a character in Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, but it's like in the same cinematic universe.
But that's not a spin-off. That's just a new thing.
Well, yeah, the idea is that it's in the same universe, and then Dr. Doofenshmirtz just shows up, and then he becomes basically the focus.
Yeah, but usually when it's a spin-off, it's a spin-off of something from the show, not just fucking it's the same universe but different characters. That's not a spin-off, that's a new thing.
Well, I don't know.
I'm arguing you over the definition of spin-off because you're wrong.
Sure.
Alright, let's get to the wind down, shall we? Let's do our favourite moments. Do you have one for me?
My favourite moment was pretty early on, actually. It was when Sandy was doing jump rope over SpongeBob's projectile tears.
Yeah, water physics in Bikini Bottom in general has always been weird.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you think about it, you're doing it wrong.
Well, like, they have beaches and seas and oceans. And Bubble Buddy killed a guy.
Yeah, and baths. They have baths underwater.
It's different. It's different type of water that's cleaner somehow.
Yeah, that gets you clean. Yeah, but yeah. How about you? What was your favourite moment, if you had one?
I mean, I'm not sour grapes on this movie enough to be like I didn't enjoy any of it. There were certainly moments. I'm struggling to think of one on the spot, but yeah, I don't know, man. I like the gag of the cowboy rattlesnakes, especially when they had the skin just forcibly pulled off them as if it's just clothes. And to just cement that home as they had the cowboy underclothes on over their pink, delicate flesh.
Mm-hmm. And also, the first time one showed up, there was a snake in my boot.
I didn't really care for that gag that much. Like, I appreciate that you enjoyed it, but it did nothing for me.
Sure.
So yeah, do you have a weakest link?
I mentioned it earlier. The songs, apart from the Sandy remix of the SpongeBob opening at the end during the ending credits. The rest of the songs were just me waiting for them to end.
I mean, the only saving grace with the songs is I think there was only about 3 of them.
Yeah, and the animation was generally good while the songs were happening, but, like, it was just... yeah, I was not the target audience for the periods of the film in which there were songs. But yeah, how about you? Do you have a weakest link?
I don't think SpongeBob plays well with live action.
Okay.
That's just general, but, you know, the reason why this film was in 3D is because they had to accommodate for the large sections of the film that were in live action, and I don't think this 3D style suits SpongeBob. I just really don't. And it might sound like sour grapes, and that's fine by me, but, like, it's just 2D would have been the way to go in my book, but then you wouldn't be able to have this story. It's quite clearly the story they wanted to tell. They clearly wanted an excuse to go to Texas.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to show off the rest of Sandy's family, which I'm going to have to assume have never shown up before.
Yeah. I'm assuming so.
So, you know, I kind of get it. You could tell...
we at least called that Randy's name was Randy.
You called it. I couldn't give less of a fuck.
Oh, sure.
But, you know, you could tell which characters were voiced by big names because they kept having talking lines. Like, half of Sandy Cheeks' family just said 2 words and then fucked off.
Yeah. And then Randy's Johnny Knoxville.
Yep, and I forget the actor's name, but I believe the dad is played by... like, he's in everything. He was in The Office.
Sure.
He had a recurring role in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I really have forgotten his name. Slightly large black fella. He's usually got a bit of a poofy afro.
Sure.
Oh, fuck. But anyway, I generally can't remember the actor's name. For that, I apologise.
Yeah, and I think the mum was Grey DeLille.
I don't know who that is.
She's sometimes credited as Grey Griffin. She's just one of these...
VAs that turns up...
Voice... Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she's kind of like the not quite the Jim Cummings of lady voice actors, but like getting there.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, we don't like to end on a sour note. Like, Rick didn't like the songs. I didn't care for the animation style. It is what it is. Rick, who gets your MVP?
I'm gonna have to give it to the entire voice cast.
Nope, that's cheating. That's super cheating. You can't just give it to the whole cast.
Generally, I'm giving it to, so I guess Carolyn Lawrence, right? Being Sandy, because it was a Sandy movie. I think she did a very good job of, bringing Sandy to the forefront and having her, be the focus of the movie and, without overstaying a welcome, you know? So I think she did a good job of that. And yeah, runner up to everyone else.
I suppose it's one of those where I don't think the voice actors did their job. I don't think anyone stands out in particular in that particular line of thought, as it were. Like, sure, whatever. It's your MVP. You can do what you want with it. I think everyone's played these roles for like 20 years. They know what they're doing and they do it compatible.
Competently. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I used the wrong word. It's been 2 hours.
Compatible. And specifically, I was trying to give it to the voice cast rather than the cast, because the live action cast were
they were shit.
Par.
I'll say it.
Par at best.
No, they weren't on that. Okay, granted, I assume the 2 young actors this might have been one of their first roles. If this is like their 20th role, no, you did fucking abysmal, or the director fucked you over. You were shit.
It's probably more likely that it's someone's niece and nephew on staff or something.
They had pretty big roles to just be given away to any old fucker.
Yeah, true.
Like, they were on screen for more than Wanda Sykes, the fucking villain.
Yes, yeah. So, yes, do you have an MVP this time?
I'm going to give my MVP to everyone who worked on this, because I don't like to choose. That's what you sound like, Rick. Did that sound too sour grapes?
It's fine.
Yeah.
We're 2 hours in.
I'm
2.5 hours in.
I am, of course, taking the piss. I do want to give a shout out to the... despite ragging on the animation, I do think the visual effects in this film were pretty good, considering. I wasn't a fan of the art style at all, but you can't say that it wasn't good, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally. I thought that Sandy in particular looked incredibly fluffy, and SpongeBob looked very definitely... Well, apart from the one time he looked like actual cheese, he did look kind of cheesy, which is kind of cool. He looked like a toy. They look like toys, and that's exactly what I think that we're trying to go for.
Yeah, this isn't being fucking paraded around at Cannes Festival here. You know, they are just trying to make more money off their brand, and I'm not going to fault them for that. But like, this wasn't a substantial movie. It was very much a 2.5-hour shill fest of, hey, do you like SpongeBob? Here's a Sandy Cheeks movie.
Yeah.
Which, again, the plot makes no fucking sense, but it's also SpongeBob. A lot of SpongeBob episode plots are stupid.
Yeah. Like that's normally the requirement.
So, I'm not going to give it too much shit. Like, was I a fan of this movie? No, not really. Was it bad? No, not really. If anything, this was the dreaded fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch it again, I'll put it that way. But yeah, shout out to the artists that work on this film. It looked fine. It looked good. I'm interested to learn how they did the shots in 3D with just background stuff. Whether they did just take a camera and do slow pans and up and down and then filled in the blanks, or if they were a bit more involved. But that's something for another day. Rick, are you ready for me to give the wind down?
Yeah, let's go.
Alrighty, so that was SpongeBob SquarePants Saving Bikini Bottom, aka the Sandy Cheeks movie. It's available on Netflix. Go check it out. Go watch it once or twice. Either way, listen to it with our commentary and us shitting on it. Let us know what we got right and what we got wrong. Who gets your personal MVP? Who gets your poo-poo weakest link on this movie? Let us know in the comments down below on YouTube. And on Spotify, they do comments now. Alternatively, you can send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Absolutely. We're eager to hear from you. Don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe as well. It helps the channel out. It helps us grow and more people get to listen to our bullshit. With that in mind, join us again next week where we'll either be doing a movie or a movie. Bye, guys.
See ya.